Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lola and this is AE29 Fashion, and today we're going to be making a corset dress. So this is the pattern. As you know, I always create my patterns on paper first and then I do it on a shell pattern and then I fit the client. So I've just used this orange lining to create my pattern, and then I'll do a fitting. So these are the fabrics we're going to be using. I'm going to be using this like a chiffon kind of fabric, and this other one with like a shimmer in it, and also this lace. It's all teal colors but different shades. Apologies for not knowing the exact names of the fabrics, but as you can see, this is what I'm using. I'm also using that light skin tone brown mesh to give the illusion. So this is the draft that I did for my client. So I've fitted her with this and I've marked where I want to mark, and now I'm going to be cutting out on the real fabric now. So this is the chiffon that I'm using. Sorry, organza. This one is actually called organza. This is the organza I'm using. So I've doubled it up and I'm going to be cutting this out. So I'm just putting the seam allowance here, which is what you can do, and then I'm going to cut out each piece. So I have now finished cutting out all the pieces, and now I'm going to use my lighter so that I can just go around the edges of all this. As I said, this is organza, so it easily frays. So I'm going to go around the edges just to help me to manage the fabric so that it doesn't fray away. So this is what you have to do, it very lightly and gently. So you don't want to burn the fabric, but you just want to just seal the edges. So I need a mesh, and I couldn't find a teal mesh to match this fabric properly, so I'm going to be using the mesh that is on the end of the lace. So watch this space later. So now that we've finished burning all the edges, these are all the pieces. I've cut out the front, the back, and the cups, as you can see. And now let's start putting this thing together. I'm just adding my notches here. Guys, also remember when you're doing this, make sure to label your patterns, because it can be very confusing because there's quite a lot of pieces involved in this. So this is the center front, and then the mid, I think the mid front as well. So I'm about to sew the front together. Don't forget to remove your pins, guys. Don't follow me because you will break your machine. Remove your pins when sewing, guys. So there's no fold, so I'm going to be, this is the center front. I'm using 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we have finished sewing the center front, and now we're going to do the mid front, and then we'll do the side front, and then do the back, and continue like that until we finish putting all the pieces together. So we've finished joining all the pieces together for the front, so let's move on to the cups. So you can see I've pinned them all together, just checking it with my pattern to make sure it's all in place. And let's get sewing. And lastly, let's put all the back pieces together. So I've now finished sewing all the back pieces together. I've ironed it all out. I've done the cups too. I've also had to put black lining inside the organza for the cup so that it's not see-through. And now I'm just using my bias strips to create my boning channels. So watch how I do this. So when I'm putting on my bias strips, I'm literally sewing from the wrong side, which is our fashion side. So now we're moving on to the bottom half of the dress. So we're using a lace and this satin crepe for the lining. This lace is absolutely beautiful. I'm loving it. I hope you guys like it too. So let's get started. So the bottom half of the dress is a mermaid skirt. So as I've done before, I think I've done this in a couple of videos now, we're literally using a pencil skirt pattern for the top half of the skirt, and then the bottom part we flare it out into like a, you know, mermaid style. So these three lines here, so the top one is your waist, then you've got your hip, and then you've got your knee line. So now I want to put the measurements in. So I've done the waist, which you divide the waist measurement by 4 and mark it. The same thing for the hip and the same thing for the knee area. The marking that I did for the knee, I've gone in by 1 inch just to give that nice curvy look on the skirt so it's not dead straight. So I've gone in by 1 inch, as you can see, on the knee area, so it gives it a nice curve. And I'm now using my meter rule to now go down and give me that mermaid look. So I'm cutting out the back and the front. As you can see here, I have marked 1 inch at the center front here at the back on the bottom part of the fabric. That is giving me my zip allowance. Right now, as you see me, I am marking out the 1 inch allowance on the outside of the skirt. This is what you see me doing here. And then I will cut out this shortly. I just need to shape the back half of the skirt. So the first thing I'm going to do is extend the hemline, and where I've left some space at the back for the zipper, I've also left an extra 6 inches behind that so that I can create a tail for our mermaid skirt at the back. So now I'm just checking the measurements, making sure it's all the same. I'm also going to go up by 1 inch at the bottom and create a curve. As you can see, I've just done that just to make the measurements more equal. And yeah, we are done with creating this pattern. We just need to cut it all out now. So I'm cutting out the back and the front together. So now that I have cut this out, I am now going to do the real magic on the back half of the skirt. So I need to shape it so that the bum part looks nice and juicy. So I've taken off ½ inch at the top part of the waist, and where the knee is, I am going to take off 2 inches in and curve it all inside to give it a more rounder shape on the bum. So this is me using the curve ruler to do that. So as you can see, I've marked it now, leaving my 1 inch seam allowance, and then I'm now going to blend it back into the train. So now moving on to the next step, I'm going to be cutting out the lace. So this is me laying my lining onto the lace now. So I'm cutting out the back and the front. You will notice that I've folded the lining a little bit at the top. That's due to the length of the lace. The material wasn't long enough in either angle, and we really wanted to use the what do you want to call it, the trimmings at the end. So I had to join it. So this is me cutting out the part that I'm going to join. As you can see, it's a bit bumpy there because I've not sewn it together yet, but I'm just cutting it out and then I'll join it together, which I did seamlessly, by the way, if I must say so myself. So we're going to go back to the corset part now. So I'm just going to finish off the cups. As you can see, I've sewn it all together. I've put on the illusion mesh as well. I also want to put the boning into the corset now as well, which what I'm going to do. So I'm using this like really hard plastic boning. So I'm just measuring it. I have to measure it with the opening. And then once I've done that, don't forget guys, when you're doing this as well, make sure you leave ½ an inch at the bottom so that when you're sewing it in again, you don't break your needles. So this is how I smooth out my edges with the lighter, and it gives it a nice round bubbly effect so that it doesn't tear through the fabric. So that's one tip I've given you. So let's finish off putting the boning inside the top, and then once we've done that, I'm going to do another quick fitting with my client, and then I will continue joining the skirt and the top half together. So you can see I've marked where she wants me to cut it, so, and I've also put all the pins there to help me hold it all together. And yeah guys, we are more or less done. Few little tweaks and peaks here, but this is the dress. So we've got the cups, the illusion, the corset, and the skirt, the mermaid skirt, which is lovely. So the only thing I need to do is just finish with the arm straps, and then also, like I said earlier, I'm going to be using the mesh part of the end of the lace to help me create the last shoulder part of her dress, which I've not done on camera, but it's, you know, there's nothing to it really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, here is the end result. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you all. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really does encourage me to do more for you. And I'll see you next time. Ciao. Bye.